Welcome to Woman's Secret Signals, the place where you finally learn what she's really thinking, but not saying. Have you ever felt confused by a woman's behavior? One moment she's warm, engaged, even flirting, and the next she's distant, cold, or completely uninterested? Yeah, that's not random. That's signals. And most men completely miss them. Here's the truth. Women rarely communicate attraction directly. Instead, they express it through subtle cues, body language, tone, timing, energy shifts. If you don't understand these signals, you'll misread the situation, chase when you shouldn't, or worse, walk away when she was actually interested. But once you see these signals clearly, everything changes. You stop guessing, you stop overthinking, and you start responding with confidence. On this channel, you'll learn how to read attraction, spot hidden interest, avoid common mistakes, and naturally become the kind of man women respond to without forcing anything. Because attraction isn't about saying the perfect line. It's about understanding the unspoken. So if you're ready to see what most men never notice, hit subscribe. Because once you understand her signals, you'll never look at women the same way again. Let's get one thing straight right away. If a woman isn't interested in you right now, it doesn't mean she can't become interested later. Attraction isn't always instant. In fact, a lot of strong attraction builds over time based on how you make someone feel rather than just how you look or what you say. Most guys make a huge mistake here. They see disinterest and immediately start trying harder, more texting, more compliments, more attention. But ironically, that's exactly what pushes her further away. Why? Because attraction doesn't grow from chasing. It grows from curiosity, emotional stimulation, and perceived value. When a woman isn't interested, it usually comes down to one of three things. First, there's no emotional spark. Maybe the conversations feel flat, predictable, or too safe. If you're always agreeing, always being nice, and never challenging her in a playful way, she has no reason to feel excited around you. Second, you're too available. If she feels like she already has your full attention without earning it, there's no mystery. Humans are wired to value what feels slightly out of reach. If you're always there, always replying instantly, always prioritizing her, you remove the tension that attraction needs. Third, she doesn't see you as that guy. This is about perception. If you present yourself as just a friend, a follower, or someone seeking approval, she'll place you in that category. And it's hard to escape unless you change how you show up. Now here's the powerful part. Attraction is not about convincing her logically. You can't talk someone into liking you. Instead, it's about shifting the emotional experience she has when she interacts with you. Think about it like this. People don't fall for resumes. They fall for feelings. So your goal is not to chase her interest. Your goal is to become the kind of man who naturally creates attraction through confidence, presence, and emotional impact. And the good news? That's something you can absolutely learn. In the next section, we're going to break down the biggest mistake that kills attraction instantly and how to avoid it if you want her to start seeing you differently. Now let's talk about the mistake that almost every guy makes when he likes a woman who isn't interested. And this one mistake alone can completely destroy any chance you have with her. That mistake is trying too hard to impress her. It sounds counterintuitive, right? You'd think showing more effort, being extra nice, and proving your worth would make her see you differently. But in reality, it does the opposite. When you try too hard, you're silently communicating something very unattractive. I need your approval. And the moment a woman feels like you're seeking validation from her, the dynamic shifts. Instead of seeing you as someone she could be attracted to, she starts seeing you as someone beneath her, someone chasing, rather than someone she can naturally desire. Here's how this mistake usually shows up. You overtext her, trying to keep the conversation alive even when she's clearly not invested. You give too many compliments, hoping she'll finally notice you. You agree with everything she says, thinking it will make her like you more. But instead of creating attraction, all of this creates predictability, and predictability kills desire. Attraction thrives on emotional spikes, moments of surprise, curiosity, and even a little bit of uncertainty. If she already knows exactly how you feel, exactly how you'll respond, and that you'll always be there no matter what, there's no excitement left. Now here's the shift you need to make. Instead of trying to impress her, focus on expressing yourself authentically without needing a specific outcome. That means you don't chase her attention, you give it selectively. You don't over-explain yourself. You stay grounded and confident in who you are. You don't try to win her over. You let her discover you. There's a huge difference between a man who says, "I hope she likes me," and a man who thinks, "Let's see if we vibe." That second mindset is powerful. It puts you on equal footing, and that's where attraction can actually begin. Also, learn to be okay with silence. If she pulls back, don't rush to fill the gap. Let her feel your absence. Sometimes the space you create is what makes her start thinking about you. Remember this: desire grows in space, not pressure. In the next section, we're going to talk about how to actually create attraction by triggering the emotions that make a woman start seeing you in a completely different way. Now that you understand what not to do, let's talk about what actually works. How to make a woman start feeling something for you, even if she wasn't interested before. Because here's the truth: attraction isn't logical, it's emotional. You don't build attraction by listing your good qualities or proving how nice you are. You build it by creating emotional experiences that she associates with you. So how do you do that? First, you need to stop having boring, surface-level conversations. If every interaction you have is predictable, "How was your day? What are you doing? That's nice," you're blending in with every other guy. There's nothing memorable about that. Instead, you want to spark emotion through playful and engaging conversation. Tease her a little. Challenge her opinions in a fun way. Don't be afraid to disagree, lightly. This creates tension, and tension is what makes interactions feel alive. For example, if she says she loves something, instead of immediately agreeing, you might say something like, "Wait, really? That tells me a lot about you." Now she's curious. Now she's engaged. Now she's feeling something. Second, use push and pull dynamics. This is one of the most powerful tools in attraction. It simply means you balance showing interest with pulling back slightly. You might compliment her, but then follow it with a playful tease. You might enjoy the conversation, but end it first. You show her that you like her, but you're not completely sold yet. This creates emotional contrast, and contrast is addictive. Third, focus on your energy and presence, not just your words. How you say something often matters more than what you say. If you're relaxed, confident, and not seeking validation, she will feel that, even if you're saying something simple. On the other hand, if you're nervous, overthinking, and trying to get a specific reaction, she'll feel that too, and it will push her away. So slow down, be present, speak like you don't need anything from her. Finally, give her the opportunity to invest in you. Don't be the only one asking questions, making effort, or initiating conversations. Pull back a little and let her come toward you. When she starts investing, even small things like asking you questions or texting first, that's when attraction begins to grow. Because people value what they invest in. Remember, you're not trying to convince her. You're creating an experience she doesn't forget. In the final section, we'll tie everything together and show you how to shift her perception of you completely, so she starts seeing you as someone she could actually desire. Now let's bring everything together, because this final step is what truly changes the game. If a woman isn't interested in you right now, it's not just about what you're doing, it's about how she sees you. And the truth is, once someone puts you in a certain category, just a friend, too nice, or not my type, it can feel almost impossible to change that. But here's the key. Attraction can grow when perception changes. So your mission is simple. Shift how she experiences you. First, you need to break the pattern she's used to. If you've been the guy who always texts first, pulls back. If you've been overly available, become a little less predictable. If you've always played it safe, start expressing yourself more boldly. Why? Because familiarity creates labels, but change creates curiosity. When you suddenly show a different side of yourself, it interrupts her expectations. She starts to think, "Wait, there's more to him than I thought." That curiosity is the doorway to attraction. Second, focus on building a life that doesn't revolve around her. One of the most attractive things you can communicate without even saying a word is that you have purpose, priorities, and options. When you're busy improving yourself, chasing your goals, and enjoying your life, your energy shifts. You stop needing her attention, and that alone makes you more attractive. Because now, she's not your focus. She's part of your life, not the center of it. Third, don't be afraid to walk away if the energy isn't there. This is where most guys fail. They hold on too tightly, hoping things will change. But sometimes, the strongest move you can make is stepping back completely. Not as a tactic, but as a mindset. You're choosing yourself. And here's the ironic truth. When you genuinely stop chasing, stop forcing, and stop needing a specific outcome, that's often when she starts to feel the shift. Because now, she senses that she might lose your attention, and that creates value. Finally, understand this. You can't make every woman desire you, and that's okay. Attraction is a two-way street. Your goal isn't to win everyone over. Your goal is to become the kind of man who naturally attracts the right women. So instead of asking, how do I make her like me? Start asking, am I showing up as a man worth liking? Because when you focus on that, everything changes. And the women who once overlooked you, they'll start to notice. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. What's one thing you're going to start doing differently? I'll see you in the next one.